Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to start Java from scratch. So if you have any experience with any other languages or if you don't have any experience with any other language, don't worry, you both can learn from here. Like I will try to describe each and everything. So let's start. Before starting anything, just ask yourself a question like what is this and why you use this. In this scenario, I'm taking example of Java, like what is Java and why we use Java, because there are lots of languages available in market, but still why we are using Java. So let's discuss about this. What is Java? Basically, Java is a popular programming language created in 1995. It is owned by Oracle and more than 3 billion devices run Java. Basically 3 billions. It is used for mobile applications. Like if you want to make mobile applications like which is based on iOS, Android, we are using Java as a backend. Desktop applications, same as mobile applications. Like we are making applications for desktop, that's called desktop applications, and as a backend we are using Java. Web applications, like we make some applications which is based on web, that's called web applications, and as a backend we make API for the web and we are just implement that API on the web. So that is we are using also Java as a backend in web applications, web server and application server games. We are using games. We are also using Java to make games. Database connection, like you can let me describe this. So basically, we have to save data in our database. So we are using MySQL or any databases. And in Java we have JDBC. Using that, we just connect to database and just save our data into database. So we are using Java in that one also. And lots of features are available in Java. So we'll discuss that later. And next question, why use Java? Basically, Java works on different platforms like Windows, Mac, Linux, etc. It is the one of the most popular programming language in the world. It has the large demand in the current job market. It is easy to learn and simple to use. When I say easy to learn and simple to use, I did not mean it's a cupcake, but like I said, this because this is a platform independent. Is its syntax are usually simple to learn. So like that, it is open source and free. Like it is open source and free, so anyone can use. It is secure, fast, and powerful. It is secure. It means like we have classes, we have variables, we have methods learn in Java, and we have lots of securities based on classes, based on methods, based on variables. So we can say Java is more secure than other languages. It has a huge community support. Let me describe this. If you are using any other languages which don't have huge community support, like if you're facing any problem, you just go on Google and just search for it. If that has not huge community support, maybe you will not get proper solution for that particular problem. So it is a good one for Java. It has a huge community support, like 10 of millions of developers. Java is a object-oriented language which gives a clear structure to program and allows code to be reused, lowering deployment cost. Java follows OOPS concept, and we can use same code again and again and again. So just we can make a code reusable at lowering deployment cost. We just learn what is deployment in next our videos. As Java is close to C++ and C Sharp, it makes it easy for programmers to switch to Java or vice versa. This means if you know C++ or C Sharp, like it is similar than similar to C++ or C Sharp. If you are from C++ background, uh, you can understand this at 10% your 10% of your effort. So because it is very similar. So let's start. Like I have already said, we have classes, we have methods, we have variables. So let's discuss each and everything. Like what is class in Java? Basically, class is a blueprint of an object. Okay, a Java class is a template from which objects are created. It's a blueprint of an object. A class is created using keyword class. Class can contain methods which have actions that class can perform, and field which are variable that contain data used by the class. Okay. So basically, it means like we have class. Inside class we have variables, we have methods, and whatever we want to do, that is inside the class. Okay, and for making for make a class, we need a class keyword. Okay, what is an object? In real world, you can take an example like pencil is an object, apple is an object, book is an object, bag is an object, board is an object. So an entity that has a state and behavior is known as object. Okay, like chair, bike, pen, table. I think you can get like you have fan switch. It's a object. Like anything like anything on your chair, bike, marker. I think you can understand what I'm trying to say. So let's jump to the Java syntax. Okay, let me explain you clearly. Inside Java, we need to create a class. We can name a class anything, whatever you want to make. So here I'm taking example like I have named my class as main.java. So inside public class main, we just state here public static void main. Like if you want to run any program in Java, you need to write this main method. It is compulsory because when you run any program, our compiler just go and check for main method, and when he find main method, the program will execute. Okay, so let me explain you what is this public stand for, why, what is this static stand for, why we are using void. So public, basically public means we can access this class any from anywhere. Okay, it is public. Static, like static, we don't need to make an object. These things will be clear in next in our video. But for now, just take overview. Statics, like when we use static, we don't need to create any object for that. It will call by itself. Okay. Main method, it's the name of a method. Okay. This method take a string args, like it's an array of string which takes arguments. Okay. And this is the line. If you want to print anything in Java, you can use system.out.println. It basically print ln is stand for it will print. If I write like let me show you in my code, like we need to write main method. Okay, and inside here you can say if you are using Eclipse, then you don't write the whole thing. You just type main and it will write for you polystatic void main. And if you want to print system.out.println, you just need to write syso. Okay, and inside this, okay, and let's run. You can see inside this. So if you want to print anything, you can use system.out.println. And there is one more thing. We can also use system.out.print. And then basically system.out.print stand for it will print us in a same line, and system.out.println is stand for like when we write same code again and again, it will always go to the next line. Like see here, you can see inside this. Okay, so let's discuss this in our video. Like why, like earlier, what we have a syntax, I will explain that for every line of code that runs in Java must be inside a class. Okay, and in our example, we named the class as a main. I already told you a class should always start with uppercase class letter. That there are some naming conventions for Java for any languages, and you have to follow that conventions, naming conventions. Okay. Java is also case sensitive. If you write my class and you write my class, those are different. Like Java consider those as a different names. The name of Java must match the class name. When saving the file, save it using class name and add .java in the file name. So an example, you have to computer, make sure that Java installed. Like you have to first install Java. I think you are guys know how to install Java, and you can go to the YouTube and search for how to install Java, and you can get how to install Java. That's not a like rocket science. You have to go on Google and search for Java or JDK and just install a version and check whatever version you're using. Java 8 is enough, and you can use any version you want. Okay, Java 20 is in market now, so you can use that one. You don't need to write public static void main. Okay, you can run program without that. So skip that things. We will discuss it later. Then talk about the main method. The main method is required, and you will see it in every Java program. Like I've already said, the main method is a main method. Without main method, we can't run any program. Okay, any code inside main method will be executed. Don't worry about the keyword before and after main. You will get to know them bit while reading this tutorial. For now, just remember that every Java program has a class name which must match the file name, and that every program must contain the main method. Okay. Then talk about system.out.println. Inside main method, we can use println methods to print a line to text to the screen. Like I have already showed you, you can do like this. Whatever you want to print, you can put that in system.out.println, and it will get printed. Okay. The curly braces make the beginning and the end of a block of the code, because we you have to use curly braces in Java. It is not like Python, so you have to use that curly braces. System is built in Java class that contain useful members such as out, which is short for output. The println method, short for print line, is used to print a value to a screen or a file. Don't worry too much. System out and println, just know you need them together to print stuff to the screen. I have already showed you. You should also note that each code statement must end with semicolon. Like you have to use semicolon in Java. So uh, you have to use like each and every case you have to write semicolons to just finish that line. Like when you use semicolon, Java just executed that and move to the next line. So it is working like that in the backend. So let's talk about print text. You done from the previous step, like I've already showed you about this, and that you can use println method to output. Example like here is an example like surrounded print. Whatever you put in here, you can just print. You can add as many println method as you want. Note that it will add a new line for each method. I already told you. You have to use double quotes. Okay, like some print. I have already told you like there is a one more method, print method. This is also print method which is similar to println, because basically println changes to the next line, or print method is print in the same line. The only difference is that it does not insert a new line at the end of the output. Okay, like it will print in the same line. It will just like these both lines are print in the same line. Okay, print numbers. You can also use println to print numbers. So whatever you insert in this, whatever variable type is that, it will print that as it is. You can perform mathematical, like you can also perform mathematical operations in this, like you can add, you can subtract, you can divide. Okay. Let's see. This is the very useful, like very useful when you are in production basis. So whatever you are doing, you have to just comment some lines so that everyone, like I did a code, and I just moved to the next company, and then other developer will come and just see. So if you comment some lines of code before doing any coding, so it will help you the next developer to understand. So it is a it is good way to good way of coding. Like you have to use comments. Okay, you have to use naming conventions proper. So comments can be used to explain Java code and make it more readable. It can also be used to prevent execution when testing alternative codes. There are two types of there are two ways to comment a code, like single line and double line. Single line you can use just two lines, and let me show in real world. So when I use this, uh, you can see. only there are two lines of print, not three lines. So this is comment. And there is one more thing, Java multi-line. Basically, you can use this, star and slash and star. So you can using this, you can just comment multiple lines. Okay. Just move on next part because that's not rocket science. The variables are containers for storing data. It's like you have a box and you have a box in which you are just putting books. Okay. So Java variables is like that box. Okay, in which you are just storing something. So let's in Java there are different types of variable. For example, string text stores text. It stores text such as hello. String value is surrounded by the double quotes. Okay, int store integers which without decimal, such as 1 to 3 or 1 to 3. Like you can't use decimal using int. Float stores floating point numbers with decimals such as 99.99 or 99.99. If you want to print some more words after that, then you can use double. Okay. Char store single characters such as a b. Like let's differentiate here char and string. The string is as considered as a whole. Like we need to use double quote inside that. Whatever we just write a uh, single, like you can write a word. Okay, but in character, it just single character. Like inside hell, if you are taking example of hello, we just single quote and write h, that is character. If you are writing like double quote slash double quote inside, write hello, it's considered as a string. Okay, char values are surrounded by a single quote. And just don't forget this one, like string value surrounded by double quote and character value surrounded by single quote. Boolean, it just store a true false value. How to create a variable or how to declare a variable. Okay, to create a variable you must we specify the type and assign it a value. Okay, let's talk about syntax. Like type, whatever type you want. Variable name, just like my name is Nikhil Singh and everyone knows me like using my name. So variable name is like that. And value, whatever value you want to give. Okay, where type is on Java's type, like int or string. Variable name is name, such as x or name. Equal sign is used to assign value to the variable. You can take example here. Create a variable name of a string and assign it to value John, like a string name and John. This is variable name. This is the data type, and this is the value. And if you want to print, like as you can do like this. Let me show here a string name and make it sing. You have to use semicolons. And if I want to print this, I just need to so and name. If I run this, you can see make it sing. So it's not like that. So move to the next part. Create a variable called my num and type int assigned to the value. Okay, like you can do whatever you want to use. Whatever your use case is, you can use according to that. Like you can same in the same way like I am using. I can also use int dog variable name. My dog name, like in my case, my dog name is zero. Okay, and you can print that one also, like type dog. Sorry, you can't use. Sorry. You can't use. Like you have to assign a integer type value like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 without decimal. Okay, so this is like that. You can see 4. Okay, I think you can understand now. Same way like this. Like there are to like there are two ways. First, like you assign a variable, okay, int f, and after that you will give them value. Okay, just this is called declare, declaring. Just forget our spelling if I write wrong, anything wrong. And this is initializing, INIT, initialization. Okay. ठीक है. So just skip spellings if I write anything wrong. Okay. And if you want to print that, you just write SYSO and inside that write F. Just save it and run it. You can see 10. So there are two ways to initialize and declare a variable. Like you have initialize and declare a variable in the same line, like here. And if you want to just declare a variable, you can declare and use where you want to use. Okay. So that's all. There is one more thing in Java, like final variable. If you don't want to change anything, you can make as a final. Okay. Like inside, you can take example here. Like if I make it final, okay. Then if I assign that value to 10, just forget about this. So I am not able to change that value. So let me give you an example. Like I give example dog to 4, and after that I just change dog value to 5. Okay. And if I print that, dog value change to 5. 5, you can see 5. Okay. But but if you want to try, like if you want to try to change that final variable value, like I just want to change that 10 to 11. Okay. So it will like it will shout on you like the final local variable f cannot be assigned, it must be blank or not assigned using a compound assignment. So that is the difference. You can change a non-variable value anywhere you want to change, but you can't change a final variable. So we can like call that as a constant. We can't change final variable value. Okay. So display variable, you know how to print. And there is one more thing called concatenation. Let me show you. I don't know what is happening here. Okay, let's see. There is one more thing, concatenation. Okay, you can see SYSO, and like I want to name that final value. Okay, and just use plus symbol, and after that declare variable. This is called plus is called concatenation. If you are using as a string, that is called concatenation. If you are using that like two entail, like you are using this plus symbol between two integer value, it will calculate the final value. Okay, so don't confuse with it. Okay, just save it and run it. You can see final value 10. Okay, you can do like this, whatever you want to, like this that is your use case. Okay. I'm talking about this int x is equal to 5, y is equal to 6, x plus y, then it will just do a calculation for you and print a result value identifiers. Like all Java variables must be identified as a unique name. Like whatever name you are using, like I am using final f, then I can't use that f variable again. Okay, this should be unique. So that is there are some rules for names can contain letter, digit, underscore, dollar sign. Name must begin with letter. Name should start with lowercase and it cannot contain white space. Name can also begin with dollar and underscore, but will not use it. This is in this tutorial. Names are case sensitive, like my vr are different variable. Reserved words like Java keywords, int, boolean cannot be used as names. So let's talk about Java data types. I've already told you Java about data types like int, float, char, boolean, and string. These are called primitive data types. Okay, there are still non-primitive data types are present in Java like string, arrays, and classes. Okay, that's all for this tutorial. Let's
talk about other things in next tutorial. Thank you.
Please don't forget to subscribe my channel and please like and share. Thank you.